It was beautiful. I had kids, I had children, till they went to school.
What did they say? Like they weren't dressed right for school, or
No.
what?
It would be, well, they start, if it wasn't that they're not dressed right, which couldn't be one of their excuses, they're not on the same learning curve, or they're not, or we need some drugs to calm them down, or, because they're not as, I say, I remember what I was like as a kid, and I've never, and my children were no different than I was.
So what brought them to your doorstep?
Well, divorces, divorce in many cases brought them to the doorstep, or the thought of the divorce. Just people in general, like JoJo getting in trouble down the block with a dog or something. Kid stuff that people take offense to now.
I remember that. Sonny was in heat, and this little dog. Me and this kid I met a few days ago went to there used to be like a place that thingy up in the.
Any little thing that they can to get into your fucking life, they get in your life, and then they don't get out. And you tell them to get out, then they profile you with some kind of a nutcase. Oh, he doesn't want us to. There's something wrong here. No, I don't want you in my fucking life, you bitch.
He must be hiding something.
Yeah. Then it builds up a whole fucking shit.
Paper trail on you, huh?
Mm-hmm. I swear to God, I ever see another social worker in my life come in my house. They're not walking out. As God is my witness, I will cut them up for hamburger for the dogs.
That's why we left that day. Holly was going to come over. But she's more like a community person.
Yeah, that's
like
different.
Chucky.
That's different. I'm talking about the government shit. The ones that put JoJo in chains. 12-year-old kid.
The reason you're not making money on this car, because they say you can't. What does it bother anybody that you've got a car over there? And no one can even see it. It's got a flat tire. Why is there a law against a car having a flat tire?
They call it blight.
Blight. Meaning what?
It'll bring critters or something. I don't know.
Blight, like an eyesore?
Yeah.
That's stupid. So, did they bust Jonathan at a park, or did they actually come in the house and try to take him? I don't understand.
Oh, they busted him at a park once because he went over there because of Susie and the drunk guy that she hired that was from my house.
Oh, that she said you hired.
I didn't hire him for her to use to take the kids to the park. She did. I was sick that day. I told her, leave it alone. She couldn't. She had to go somewhere. And somebody had to watch the kids, and I couldn't do it.
She said he was your friend.
Yeah. But I told her not that he was drunk and leave it alone. But she didn't listen.
Was that the time you spanked Jonathan in the park?
No. That was him that... Was it him that did it?
It was him that spanked Frank.
He spanked Frank.
And
some nigger on a phone said he was spanking a child and the cops came.
For spanking a child?
Yeah, and then they took him.
What are you supposed to do in a park? You put him in a corner? There's no corners in a park.
Then they take him in because he's got the same name.
What it was is this.
I thought the guy that was drunk was Harry.
He was there on his bicycle.
No, I wasn't on my bike. I went there on foot.
Oh, yeah.
They couldn't get back into the car. So I took Molly over to Mama's house, because this is when they were still living in the house. I went to Mama's house to see if there was anybody there that could help us, or if there was a phone, but the doors were locked. So I come back to bring Molly back, and they asked me, who am I? I'm like, this is my sister. I went to go see if I could help them. I'm here on my own. And they took me with them. And what happened with Harvey is what his name was.
Oh, Harvey. That's right.
What happened was this. So I watched it from the other side of the park where there was the big set.
All I got was Harvey's side.
Now, how did that tie into you?
Here's the whole story. I'm telling you the whole story. I went to the park. They left like an hour before I did. I get to the park and I'm playing on the old set.
You know, we're separate families, right? But because the same name, he got tied in, pulled in.
I'm playing over there. I know there's something going on. I go over there to go see what's happening. Frank's being a brat.
Frank's last name is Bridges, though.
But Molly's Sklar.
Oh, but Molly didn't get anything happen to her.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
They had a place. I came to that station, and she goes, Daddy, and they grabbed her and threw her on the ground. They were abusing her right there in the station. And I said, what are you doing abusing my child? And they went nuts on me. We're not abusing your child. Your child is not listening. Fuck, you just took her in for nothing. You bastards.
So can I continue?
You got me back in bad.
Harvey couldn't handle Frank.
I told your mother he couldn't handle any of them.
So Frank was acting like a brat. So Harvey started spanking Frank, and this black guy came and started yelling at him what he was doing. Harvey told the black guy to fuck off and deal with his own kid. Harvey
And the guy got on his cell phone and called the cops.
gets Molly and Frank, and I think Ashley might have been there too. I don't know.
Get to the part where it involves you.
They go to the car. They can't get in. I go over and say, what's wrong? They told me they can't get into the car. So I grab Molly and say, here, I'll take Molly over to their house and see if there's someone there. And I'll leave Molly there. There's no one at the house, so I bring Molly back. By the time I get back with Molly, the police are there.
And you're too stupid to come home.
They asked me what I was doing with her. I told them I took her to see if there was anyone at her house. And they said, come with us.
And you just said, fuck you, I'm going home.
He didn't know he had the right to say that.
I know he didn't.
Then I was sent to live with Mama for a month. That doesn't work, and I come back here.
So at what point did you get locked up?
A few months later,
For what?
For hitting a social worker or something.
I thought he mooned her. What happened?
that story I'm still not even clear on. Supposedly, I pulled my pants down in front of Mama or Molly or someone.
His pants fell down. They were too big.
So, I heard one other version I heard is that Molly told the social worker that I did that.
I heard that he mooned Molly in front of Duguay. That's the story I heard.
Oh no, Duguay wasn't even in the picture at this point.
He was around. I think it was around here. You did. He had big baggy pants, and they fell down. And on top of that,
And he had no underwear?
now wait a minute. When he goes to the school, all right, here's a good one. He goes to the school in Royal Oak, and some kids pulled his pants down, right, and made him nude in the fucking hall. And when I tell the principal to bring those kids up on charges, right, like they did my son, oh no, they protected those kids.
Stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
It's the same thing, but different charge. What? That's stupid. Why is that not stupid?
Look, if they already had JoJo on special ed, which he shouldn't have been on.
The kid's a genius.
But they put him there because they have to pay those special ed teachers, and they need people in those. So they already made him a nutcase. And all he was doing was rebelling against it.
You know that happened to me. They put